I do feel inching forward is like the mantra for this month. Okay, so it's not a sprint. It's just like forward movement. It's probably not going to be as fast as you'd hope, but it's still going to be very beneficial for you to start implementing or putting some plans in order. If you're waiting on communication from another person, I definitely feel that is coming through as well. If you're waiting on new people, you are going to get a better outcome. If you're waiting on communication from somebody from the past, I do feel you want to be a little bit careful, okay? So let's talk about your spread here. First of all, spiritual guidance. We do have the Emperor here, and the Emperor usually indicates to me a person that has passed over that is trying to connect with you and giving you information. On the financial front, I do feel that they want you to branch out. They want you to pursue a new career path or pursue something else that is going to bring you a lot more financial abundance, okay? What I'm also feeling as well in your home environment, you could potentially be living with someone who's very strong-willed, kind of challenging to deal with, and they're potentially even like like autocratic. Like I feel like authoritative, kind of controlling, my way or the highway. They're very, very practical. So if you are in a relationship currently with a person like this, I do feel that this is the month in which power struggles and things like that, like the family dynamics might get a little bit shaken up due to either a very authoritarian person living in your midst, and I feel it could be a male figure as well, okay? In your work environment overall, I do feel that you have some very strong divine protection, so go ahead and, look through positions, like visit the company website or visit and wherever it is that you're planning to apply for work and see what position is opening up so that you can either like contact them directly, but I definitely feel they want you to get out of your current work environment because something else is in store for you. And you want to approach this the right way. So that means landing that job first before you decide to quit. But I definitely feel that you're being guided to leave one place and move to the next. If you are waiting on a new housing situation, for example, like if there is some issues regarding estate planning, things are going to start to finalize, but I do feel that it's going to be require until like the end of this month in order for things to wrap up, like dividing up assets. If someone has like passed away in the past few months, um I see people like packing up knickknacks, clearing out a space, and the whole mourning process is pretty much over. So I do feel that in that regard, there might be some residual like estate planning purposes because somebody has passed away and left a property or left a lot of things that you have to, decide where things are going to go. Now, the second cluster I have here is this Two of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So first of all, the Two of Wands usually indicates to me some type of a relationship or a partnership, okay? It can be work, it can be romance. I do feel that for a lot of you, it might be, let's see, it might just be on the work front. I'm seeing a lot of work, so I'm just going to keep this very work focused for now and then focus on the love reading after. Um, I do sense that there is a job situation that you're in and you're dealing with another person, possibly an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I feel that there might be some difficulties getting along with this person and like having a common goal, a common purpose when working with this other person. They seem to me to be somebody who's very, very cerebral, who's very logical, systematic. They seem a little bit impatient. They don't really have time for words, to mince words. They don't really have time to like, talk about, have, they don't, they seem to me to not have time for long, drawn out conversations. So they might seem a little bit rude or curt, but I do feel that you want to give this person the benefit of the doubt because they have been through a lot. They have a lot of life and work experience under their belt, and they're in a good position to give you very, very good advice and very good counsel as to what you should do. So I feel that it would be in your best interest to not turn your back on this person and see what they have to say, okay? What I'm also feeling is for a lot of you, for some reason, I'm sensing that you are waiting on communication from an air sign. So you might be waiting on communication from this person. You might be wondering, like, what exactly are they thinking? And well, what they're thinking is that I feel they're a little bit cautious when it comes to approaching you. So if you're trying to, move things along in whatever capacity this person is in your life, it would be in your best interest to try to take the first step. I feel that's the better way to go. In terms of past partners coming back, the Two of Wands is greatly about a relationship, like a very one-sided relationship, where one person does all the work and the other person, regardless of whether or not that Queen of Swords is there, this card usually indicates to me it's a relationship that is very unbalanced. One person is like not even in the picture. So one person is doing all the work to maintain the relationship. And this is also usually a card where somebody is looking back at the past and they're idealizing the past, and they're not seeing the past in clear focus, and they're not seeing all the troubles, the tears, and the struggles. They're only remembering the good things. So I feel that for people, for those of you who have somebody from your past who might have been like very controlling, who might have offered you the world and never delivered, they're coming back, and I feel like they're delivering on what they promised. But I do feel that you want to be a little bit more, I feel like you want to steel yourself up a little bit more. So, take on the stance of the Queen of Swords, which is ask questions, be very, very detached when dealing with a situation like this, and also um, just don't be naive in this situation, okay? So steel yourself up against people coming back in and they're telling you, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to deliver what I promised." I do feel you want to be careful about that, okay? And so just protect yourself accordingly. In terms of your status and your public image, what we do have here is the Six of Wands as well as the Prince of Swords. And this is basically the Knight of Swords, okay? So the Six of Wands indicates some great, great recognition that is coming through for you. So this is being recognized for your hard work, for your ingenuity, and also for the skills, the assets that the skills that you bring to the table, and you're being recognized for this from the people in your external environment. So I do feel that this is a very high power, high impact month for you on the professional level. A lot of you might be in a position where you are getting a lot of accolades from your supervisor, from the people that you work under. And I do sense that it's mainly because you are very bold and you are taking risks. Okay, so the Six of Wands, it doesn't in itself indicate financial, abundance, windfall coming through, but you have a lot of Pentacles card, which indicates to me that you're going to be very, very well received, and your financial situation is going to be enhanced as a result. In terms of the Prince of Swords, I feel that both of these cards are kind of like a running theme here, where the Knight of Swords is somebody who's very bold, who never ever backs down from a fight, who's very persuasive when it comes to winning over clients, winning over bosses on job interviews. A lot of people say they tend to be hot-headed, but it's a sword energy, so they're very, very systematic, okay? They might be a little bit cold, unfeeling, but they're very systematic. So I do feel that these traits are what's really going to carry you. So because we also have the Queen of Swords, it's telling you as well to, be a little bit more like to steel yourself up like an air sign. Think rationally rather than emotionally, especially if you're dealing with people from the past. But on the professional front, in order for you to get the accolades and the success, you are going to have to be very strategic, but also to think very, very methodically and execute plans and ideas in a very methodical manner. So a lot of recognition coming for you this month, Pisces. Now, in terms of your financial situation, once again, same theme. We do have the Princess of Swords, and this is interesting because the three air signs, the whole court, air sign court cards, they all came out for Aquarius as well. A lot of you might be dealing with an Aquarius where you are working in close proximity with an Aquarius, or you might just be somehow financially linked with an Aquarius because the same theme came out for Aquarius. But either way, that aside, what I'm feeling is we have a lot of financial abundance here. We also have a situation in which somebody is giving a lot of advice, counsel, a lot of ideas to another person. Okay, so somebody is in a position, I feel that you are being solicited to kind of like give seminars, to give speeches, or to educate, or to provide guidance for other people. When it comes to that, I want you to be very, very careful because, the page energy, the page of swords, it's a very young energy. And this is I feel the energy is not so much a person, but I feel like this might be you, where you are kind of, you're put in a position where you have to dispense knowledge in a technical way. So I hope that makes sense, okay? You're entrusted to dispense knowledge, very, very technical knowledge to other people. So make sure everything is very organized, systematic, and cross your T's, dot your I's, and make sure you are above board with the research. If you make, for example, if you make an assertion, make sure that you have examples to back it up, because I feel like you're dealing with somebody potentially who's very inquisitive, okay? So there is going to be financial windfall, financial assistance coming your way. And I do feel that for those of you who are in salesman types of job where you are dealing with clients, you're trying to win over clients, you're trying to expand your portfolio. This is a very, very good month in which I see everything coming full circle. You're going to win over some very, very tough, critical clients. As a result of it, you are going to enhance your skills, your salesmanship skills. You are going to help the company greatly. You are also going to get a really big commission. Okay, so either way, financial windfall and financial stability is guaranteed for this month. In terms of your advice, so because 3 air signs came out, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords, we're going from a strong Queen sign that is very ethical to diminishing into the Page of Swords. I want you to be a little bit careful and try to do things by the book, okay? So we have here the Nine of Pentacles, which is somebody who is financially stable. She or he, this is you. You have financial abundance under your belt. You have total financial stability, financial abundance under your belt, and you can finally sit back and reap the benefits of your hard work, okay? And the Hierophant indicates structure, tradition, and order. So it's basically telling me that you work really, really hard to get where you are right now. Continue to do things by the book and continue to follow, the orthodox way of doing. So don't rock the boat too much, because whatever you've built up needs to be I guess, like, it needs consistency in order to allow it to progress and allow it to move further. So you want to be careful about this energy. What I'm also feeling is, for those of you who are in a work environment, because you're getting like I feel like you're very, very busy, you're not getting enough rest. You're also in a position where you are encountering a lot of people. So be careful about looking. So what I'm seeing is, this is a card about, sleepless nights, either physically not being able to sleep, or things that are haunting us or keeping us up at night. So this is potentially, I feel like you might be in a position where you feel somebody said something and they meant something else completely, and you feel a little bit embarrassed. So this is also a card about embarrassment as well, like some type of social faux pas that that happen, and we feel a little bit like slighted, we feel a little bit just embarrassed, okay? So be careful that the air that you project is not too aggressive and too cocky, because I feel that people are, you're dealing with a lot of sword energy. They might be willing to, they might be wanting to cut you down a little bit. So just keep that in mind. You're getting a lot of fame, a lot of notoriety, and also a lot of money coming through. So on that front, it's very stable. But I do feel there is a competitive energy in your environment right now. You're getting a lot of divine support from your supervisor. There is somebody that might be a little bit jealous of you, like a coworker, or like somebody hovering. I see somebody like circling around your mist who might be a little bit jealous of what you have. So as a result of it, I do sense this underlying, and they're kind of covert about it too. So I feel this underlying current of jealousy, competition, and things like that. But don't worry. They're harmless. They're not out to sabotage you in any way. So keep that in mind, okay? Um, what is telling me here with these three cards for your advice, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Swords is this is basically it's telling me one way or the other, okay? Don't worry about what other people are doing. You do you, and you focus on, building up your empire and doing whatever it is that you feel is the right thing. So this basically means to me, I feel there might be some concerns with the family. For example, you might have an ailing, like elderly relative, and they might live far away, and you might have to travel to take care of them, is what I'm feeling. There might be some urgent need for travel or urgent need to live in a certain specific area, mainly because of some family situation. It's basically telling me that with both of these cards, it's one way or the other. Both of these are nines, and nines are pretty much like the year to wrap up things. The year about endings, it's about preparation for the endings of something, okay? So if you're thinking about, riding out this year and looking for a new job, or you're in a job environment where you are earning a lot of money, but you're working yourself to death, just take care of, try to balance out your personal life and your work life so that you're not like working all the time and you don't have time really for anything else. I feel that for a lot of you, you might be in a situation where you're working all the time, you're amassing a lot of wealth, but you feel a little bit lonely. So take care of your emotional needs as well. Branch out, network, and make time for, friends, family, and loved ones and things like that, okay? Both of these cards I feel can be good, but it seems to me like something is lacking. So just try to take care of your emotional needs, okay? I do feel with the Hierophant here, there are some social expectations of you imposed upon by family members and things like that. And it's basically telling me that, do you, don't worry about what other people are saying. Their expectations are getting, you're taking their expectations to heart, and it's basically interfering with the things that you want to do, the way that you want to act. So tradition is there, but we also need to know that, it's not context specific, or we have to change things so that it can be more applicable to our own life. So don't let other people's expectations keep you down, okay? So do what you need to do to take care of yourself. We do what we need to do that is specific to our situation, and only take in the advice if it's applicable to you. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Let's see what's in store for love, Pisces. Let's see what's in store for you for love. So May 2016. So Pisces Love, May 2016. You've definitely got a blast from the past, Pisces. And the cards are advising you that not to engage with this person. They seem to me to be a little bit aggressive, okay? So if it's somebody from the past, just please take a step back, take a step away from it, and don't engage with them. So what I'm feeling is the first narrative that I'm getting is you're single. For those of you who are single and you have a blast from the past, this is somebody trying to tempt you, somebody that you dated, you have been intimate with. Um, they're coming through, and I do feel there's still nothing has changed. Pretty much nothing has changed, okay? So this is the same old all over again, and it's basically telling you not to engage in this because it's really not going anywhere, okay? So the Four of Swords here is lack of communication, and I do feel that it would be in your best interest to not engage with this person. The best that can be achieved from this situation is there's still going to be deception. There's still going to be like something isn't right, but you don't even have like all the answers. There might be a physical relationship that can be had out of this, but I feel it's purely a physical relationship. It's purely a physical lustful connection. It's not an emotional connection. So you just want to keep this in mind and be very careful, okay? I do feel that they're the ones soliciting you. They're the one that are contacting you, and you're kind of like caught off guard. All of a sudden you check your email that you haven't checked in months. All of a sudden you get a phone call from like some strange number, and they keep calling and they keep emailing, they keep texting. So I definitely feel some a lot of unexpected communication coming through from an ex person. So keep this in mind, okay? What's crowning this reading here is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups indicates to me sorrow, regrets, things that we wish we could like undo, things that we wish we could take back. So I feel like if you're dealing with an ex or somebody coming back in all of a sudden, I feel that the end of whenever that situation ended, it wasn't the most pleasant experience. Um, I do feel that for a lot of you, you're trying to right some wrongs. You don't like it when someone is upset with you or you've hurt somebody. So you might try to rectify the situation. So you might be the one that tries to reach out to them. I don't feel it's going to go anywhere. So just let it go. All right, just let it go. Now, in terms of those of you who are out and about dating new people, okay, you're single, you're out looking for new people, I do sense there is going to be an opportunity as well to have a soul connection with a new person. So with the Six of Swords, the Six of Cups indicates to me a very, very strong emotional, spiritual bond with another person. This can be like a past life energy, but what I'm getting with this card here is that um, I feel that you've been praying for somebody, like you've been praying for, I want a person like this. I want a person with these characteristics, somebody who's faithful, honest, etc., etc. Whatever it is that you want in a partner that you've been trying to manifest. I do feel that they are kind of pretty much appearing in the flesh, okay? So I do sense they're coming through and they have the prerequisites. They have like the qualities that you've been looking for. I do feel that for a lot of you, you've been really hurt in the past with this Five of Cups, and you have learned a lot from past previous relationships. And I feel that the previous relationships were very, very toxic, where somebody took advantage of you. There might have been like verbal or even physical abuse. So coming on the heels of that, you are very meticulous and careful about who it is that you date and about the qualities that you want in a romantic partner, which is a great thing to do. It's great. I do feel that, usually when we're not looking for love, when we feel a little bit down and when we're not looking for love, that's when it starts to come in for us, okay? So if you have recently, left a really toxic relationship, you're now dating, or if you're just dating overall, you are really well received on the love front, okay? You're dealing with like a lot of massive communication. This is like speedy communication over like non-traditional channels. So I feel like, text messages, social media, emails, and, phone calls as well. Speedy communication coming through. And I do feel somebody is being thrust your way that is very, very good for you. I do feel that a lot of you haven't healed from the previous disappointment, previous relationship, and I want you to take the time to do this first because it's crowning you. So it makes you a little bit skeptical as to other people's intentions. And it's also kind of like, I feel like your sense of self-esteem is diminished somewhat because I feel a lot of you might have been in situations where somebody took advantage of you. Okay. So don't go back to exes this month. Just move on with the new thing, but do some work on yourself first concern if it concerns your ability to like to feel comfortable in your own skin and to feel as if you're you're worthy of whatever is coming through for you. um what I'm also sensing is this is a really good month to date. So if you have gone on like for example, if you had like 7 people emailing you, if you're like on a dating website and you have like a lot of people emailing you, go on these dates, rebuild your self-esteem, get to know people. Okay, don't go on the first date and put all your eggs in one basket and tell yourself this is the one, because it's not realistic. So try to be a little bit more discerning, but give people the benefit of the doubt, but get through at least like 3, 4, 5 dates before you make up your mind whether or not this is the right one. So just be careful about that. What I'm also sensing is you might have to, sometimes in life we have to go through like, if you're looking for the one, sometimes I feel like you have to go through like potentially 3 bad dates in order to end up with like 2 top notch candidates. Okay, so it's just the way life works. Go on these dates and don't shy from it or don't be turned off by it too soon, because I feel like with the 6 of Cups, the right person is just around the corner. So give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Now, I'm sorry, give people the benefit of the doubt before you screen them out. So sorry about that. The foundation here, we do have the moon, and the moon can also indicate to me this is pretty much heightened psychic abilities, heightened intuition. And usually when it comes out, when you go on dates, you're going to know who's the right person for you, but still you want to take it slow because it's Mercury in retrograde. So what you see is not always what you get. So try to, give people the benefit of the doubt and take some time before you rule them out, or get to know them really well before you claim them to be the Mr. Right. We also have the world here, and the world usually indicates to me it can be something is coming back from the past for reexamination, for some closure, for some closing doors. So it's coming back for reexamination and to close the chapter on it. Whatever has been left unfinished, like unfinished business and things like that, are coming back in for you to basically wrap up that chapter of your life and move forward. Okay, the world can also be, situations where a lot of people are desiring you. And I just feel the energy that, don't sleep with them too soon. I feel that you are trying so hard to find the right person, and you might, you might feel as if you have this strong spiritual connection with another person. If it's somebody that you meet for this month, especially the beginning of the month, it is Mercury in retrograde. So be careful about sleeping with somebody too soon, because then I feel like there might be some regrets coming on the heels of that. So let it drag on a little bit, mainly because Mercury in retrograde is really, really troublesome for dating, and it can be uncomfortable, and people are not what they seem. So just keep that in mind, okay? I feel this energy where you have a lot of options, but I feel like you're looking at the wrong candidates. That's what I'm feeling here for those of you who are single. For those of you who are a couple, if you're in a couple relationship, I feel that you are already with the person that is the right person for you. Okay, so the center of the spread, once again, for couple, we do have the 6 of Cups, which indicates to me a very, very strong spiritual union with another person. So this is like very good communication. In the past, the way that you both think, the way that you behave, the way that you plan things out, there might have been some big arguments that happen or will happen I don't feel it's regarding a third party. I don't feel that it's regarding, infidelity or anything like that. I do sense that it might just be minor flirtation, misunderstanding, and things like that. So there is going to be like communication coming through. I do feel that your partner is very, very sorry. I do sense that there might have been some drinking and then some misunderstanding happening. I feel that it might be on the for the first like for the first 3 weeks, there will be some type of difficulty communicating with you and your between you and your partner. I do sense this situation is going to clear up, so not to worry. But the relationship itself seems to me to be very, very romantic. Okay, it's a situation where you both don't even need to be in the same vicinity, but you kind of think about each other. You might have dreams about one another, and it's just a very strong spiritual union between two people where almost like telepathically they can sense what the other person is feeling and thinking and wants. So it seems to me to be a very, very beautiful energy. And additionally, with the World card, I do feel possibly if you are traveling with a significant other, be careful about tempers flaring. But I don't see this as like a long standing argument. I feel that it's something that is creeping up again. So it's something that has happened in the past, possibly dealing with like jealousy, flirtation, somebody texting somebody, but I don't feel that somebody might be too aggressive and the other person is like not in the mood. So that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm sensing. So some arguments about that is coming through. Um, I feel that for those of you who are a couple, you might have a friend or a relative coming to visit you, and they're staying in your home, and it's kind of like dampening your relationship because you're not able to get the time to spend with your loved one, to spend with your significant other. So that might be a source of contention, but I don't feel that it's going to be problematic at all. Okay, for couples it looks very good.